You can't heal in the place that broke you. One of my friends has this infinity bracelet that he still wears. He still wears it even though he's not in that relationship anymore. He wore it throughout another relationship that he was not ready for because he didn't grieve the relationship that he was in. And in my opinion, it was a toxic and unhealthy relationship. I don't know everything about it. I don't know what they've been through, what they went through, but being as close to him as I am, the way that I would see how he would treat his relationship when he was with me or when I was around them, it was unhealthy. It may not have been toxic to the extent that I think it was because I don't know everything. I don't know what was going on. And yeah, I think that he still is holding on to her. He's still holding on to the relationship that he had and the connection that he had with her. He's the type of person where he hasn't really truly been able to be himself with anybody, really, right? It's a difference between being homies with your friends and being who you are with your friends and being who you are in a relationship. And for him, I think that that was the very first time that he was able to do that. The first time he was able to truly be himself, where he was able to sing to her, laugh with her, and just fully let go of the thought and the judgment of, oh, what are my friends gonna think about me? Yeah, we are super close, but as friends, we'll always make fun of each other, right? And I feel like in that relationship, he was truly able to be himself. And when you're able to be yourself, it's hard to let go of that connection that you've had with somebody, that connection that is, some people would say, one in a lifetime. And yeah, I understand why he has a hard time to take off the bracelet, but in order to let go, in order to fully heal, you have to leave the places that broke you in the first place. It wasn't a good relationship to begin with, and yeah, I know that it made him happy, but the good and versus the bad really outweighed the good. In my opinion, I don't know who she is fully, but she wasn't ready for a relationship. And a lot of people, I feel like they can save a person, or they feel like it's their responsibility to help a person get through their problems. But when you break up with a person and when you leave a person, you have to fully let go. You can't hold anything that you used to have with them. You have to go no contact. A lot of the time, if you just stay friends, you stay homies, then you're never going to be able to heal, because you'll always have that reminder of what was. In order to move on, in order to have healthy relationships with more people in your life, you can't stay in that same position that you were in. And a lot of us will do that. We have relationship with a person, or even friendships with people, where we were fully be able to be ourselves, where we had that connection with a person that we never had with anybody else. And it's a hard thing to let go of. And by having that bracelet still on, it means that there's still a part of us that's connected. Even though we're not together anymore, we're still connected. And yeah, I know that it's a hard thing to let go, but when you're in those unhealthy and toxic relationships, you have to let it go completely. You have to let go of what was in order to welcome what can become. And a lot of the times we'll stay in toxic relationships, stay in toxic friendships, because we don't know anything better. We have a connection, we have that relationship with a person, and we don't think there's anything out there that's better for us. And even sometimes when we do leave relationships, we stay in contact with them because we tell them, hey, I want to be there for you, but it's not your job anymore. It's not your responsibility to be there for certain people anymore. So understand it. If you're still holding on to something that you should have left in the past, you'll never be able to truly move on and truly heal. In order to heal, you have to put yourself in new environments. In order to heal, you have to let go. It's like if you're on a boat and you always have that anchor down, you're never going to be able to fully move forward. You're always going to be able to move forward, but there's always going to be something holding you back. And even if you keep those old photos, you keep that bracelet, that jewelry, those gifts that that person bought you, that's that anchor, and it's holding you down. Yeah, maybe you're not still talking to that person on a consistent basis, but it's still a reminder of what was. You can never move on. And yeah, I understand you have memories with a person. It's a reminder of the memories that you had. But if you truly want to move on and have a life without them, then you have to let go of everything. Yeah, you can remember the good times, but just having those physical reminders, that picture in your wallet, that bracelet around your wrist, their name around your neck, you can never truly move forward. So dealing with these toxic relationships, toxic environments, unhealthiness, you have to understand that a lot of people aren't ready for relationships. You can't always save a person from their trauma, their anxiety. They have to deal with it themselves. A lot of people, they aren't ready to be in healthy relationships because they don't have a healthy relationship with themselves. If they don't have a healthy relationship with themselves, how do you expect them to have a healthy relationship with you? A lot of the times we're trying to save people who don't want to be saved. We're trying to change people who don't want to be changed, and that's an important part. If a person wants to change, then yeah, maybe you can stick around and help them out, but at the end of the day, they have to be the ones to walk through the door. You can open it, but they have to walk through it. You can't force them to walk through it. You can't force anybody to change, and that's a thing that we need to understand. We stay in relationships, we stay in toxic environments because we think that there's nothing else for us. We think that we can change people, but we can't. We think that we have to be there for a person, and we don't have to. That's not our responsibility. It's not our job. And yeah, I know you love a person, you want to be there for them. You made a promise to them that I'm going to be there for you. But if you're always there for a person, then they can never be there for themselves. If you're always there for a person, then they can never truly grow as a person. So understanding that you need to let go of everything. Doesn't matter how small or how big it is, you have to act like they never existed in the first place. In order to move on, in order to deal with these toxic and unhealthy relationships, you have to let go completely. You have to remove yourself from the environment that broke you in the first place. You have to remove yourself from that environment. You can't heal in the same place that broke you.